All right, so if anyone wants to get like a drink or anything, don't feel like you have to just watch the whole time. Like this next one is long. Is the longest one of the night. It's actually one I'm very proud of. And it just kind of give you that kind of like storyteller kind of like background. Like these poems, like I mean, I hope you like them. If you don't, that's cool too. But they do take a lot of time. This one in particular took almost 4 months to write. So it's interesting how our world or our country is somewhat in disarray, and I think there's a lot of like uncertainty at times, and there's a lot of confusion about where we're going to go, and then that reflects on us, and there's a sense of survival. And interesting enough, I think sometimes America doesn't always do the best to promote independence, even though we're an independent nation. So this poem is called American Chess. Subtitle is Everyday Dishonest Heroes. The children will learn about it. Ways they can maneuver, weave, and bob. They'll play on empathy and use emotion to disguise their inability. Their lives lived as decoys. In this game of life, they'll capitalize on the loopholes. They'll become masters of social deception, debunking vigilance, discipline, and dedication, trained to dismiss anything that glistens with accountability, skilled in passive aggression, liable to nothing, with nothing made, nothing moved, nothing at all. The teachers will teach them this because the teachers were once them. The subject matter covered up, a dazzling display of subjective adaptability. Confused by the teachers, confused by the parents. They are taught to be confused by the ones they admire the most. We grow up in a society that bends us, rewards us, labels us. All too quickly it finds a way to belittle us, leaving adults groomed to battle endlessly against one another. For how quickly do we turn when we aren't given the applause? That's when the evil comes out. The growth of anything is subdued, the endless desire to be wanted and regarded, a misbelief that we need to be placed in a position of prestige, a foretelling of the loss of our potentials. That's what we've learned. And so, Americans are bred to be withdrawn. They say mental health will save us all, but how can we believe the therapist who needs therapy, or prescribes us the drugs that keep us needing them, paying them? The tax dollars of the hardest workers spent on those who act, who've had bad parenting, who've known manipulation is better than any talent. They play the finest game. The country's progress will be stunted by the game. Fear of remission will ignite its flames. Everyone will burn from the intolerable, apprehensible insanity of the game. For those fighting for honor, lurking alone and creating, the dice will roll their roll. The numbers will lie, and they'll never break the bank. When the child weeps, begs, gives us an honest answer, we dismiss them as being weak. When the child is silent, attempts to take his life where he hides behind a medical mask of deceit, we call him brave. The country gives him money, a home, food, and a therapist, all the attention he could ever expect of us. Honesty is dangerous. Those who bear truth become ingenuous victims of the game. It turns on them and eats them up and makes them work. It makes them the worker bee, dismisses the intellect they harbor, places them far away from power, innovation, and instead places them under the direction of monsters, those that ensure advancement falls in on itself, as if it were a bridge built so long. Yet just as the last peg remains, the entire structure collapses, only to start the project once more. This is America. This is the price paid by hardworking individuals. This is the land of the free. This is the land of the careless. We bask in a sad disarray. Chaos mixed with resounding ignorance based on the delays, developed possibility, and ambition. The government will tell us what they want. The media will show whatever someone else pays them to show. The people will believe them, give their lives to hear what they're told to do. They will fall like herds of antelope to water, seeking nothing more than the easiest directions to eat and digest the food, and then crap it out. Then, when hungry again, seek the next feast. Movement remains torrid and without direction. The spirit of anger ripped out of him before it has time to commit itself. The darkest days darkened by the looming disappointment, the internal disbelief. The capturers await their prey, the prey already defeated. Brilliant men turn into store clerks turn into presidents, If only the paper were blank from the start, the teachers would allow us to explore. If only the goals were cohesive and the progress could prevail. If only the game didn't exist, then the insanity wouldn't ruin minds. The shimmering cape waits to be swung over our eyes. Attention taken away by this distraction or that distraction, with more distraction waiting until nothing is clear. Fog hovers in front of us, keeping us humble, and if we dare to look past it, our eyes will shut. They'll remain shut until we fall complacent again. It can get you down. Guilt comes next, spurred from your intellectual drive, by the deep thinking veins of sublime contemplation pumped, and when the blood pools, it gives a bleak sense of hopelessness. Every appendage of your body becomes heavy, and it's hard to move. But, there's always a but. The submissive seekers depart from this. They believe in purity. They inspire the minority to believe that it must change. A verve pulls them from the crazy machination of life, standing on a chessboard without pieces, where only the spaces move, every step controlled by the board. Not knowing, but believing, it is possible to overcome.